Thanks, everybody. It's nice to be here. Play this one first, called If I Needed You. This has a line in here, Loop and Lil agreed. Loop and Lil were parakeets that I had a long time. Parakeets kind of, the road is not easy on parakeets. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I'd swim the seas for to ease your pain. In the night forlorn, on the morning's born, and the morning shines with the lights of love. You will miss sunrise if you close your eyes, and that would break my heart in two. Lady's with me now, since I showed her how to lay her lily hand in mine. Lube and Lil agree, she's a sight to see and a treasure for the poor to find. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me and ease my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I'd swim the seas for to ease your pain. Thanks, everybody. Well, the man down at this used car lot tried to sell me 4 wheels and a trunk. I said, man, there ain't no engine. He said, engine's just a bunch of junk. You don't need no engine to go downhill. I can plainly see that's the direction you're headed in. He handed me the key. I said, no deal, you can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal, I'm headed back to Tennessee. Well, when true love knocked upon my door, she just barely turned 16. I was a little bit nervous, if you know just what I mean. I'd heard somewhere that true love conquers all. I figured that was that. I started having dreams about being chased out of town wearing nothing but my cowboy hat. I said, no deal, you can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal, I'm headed back to Tennessee. Well, I went to a doctor of the highest order. He said I couldn't have a drink for a year. 1 glass of wine on my birthday if my birthday wasn't too very near. Well, he must have put me in a state of shock. Well, I made it for about 2 weeks. And he sent me a bill, knocked me flat off the wagon and back down on my feet. I said, no deal, you can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal, I'm headed back to Tennessee. Well, I come through this life a stumbler, friends, and I expect to die that way. It could be 20 years from now. It could be most any day. But if there ain't no whiskey and women, Lord, behind them heavenly doors, I want to take my chances down below, that you can be sure. Well, there's no deal. Can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal. I'm headed back to Tennessee. Well, there's no deal. Can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal. I'm headed back to Tennessee. Thank you, guys. Well, it's not, I hadn't played that song for a while. It's nice to get it over with. Here's another one I get over with. This is called the Talking Thunderbird Blue. Well, among the strangest things I ever heard, this friend of mine said, "Man, let's get some Thunderbird." I said, "What's that?" He just started to grin, slobbered on his shirt, his eyes got dim. He says, "You got 59 cents?" I said, "Man, I got $1, but don't be a smart aleck. I ain't gonna spend that on no Indian relic." He said, "Thunderbird's not an Indian trinket, it's a wine, man. You take it home and drink it." I said, "It don't sound like wine to me." And he said he paid me the change from my $1. Hustled on down the nearest shoe totem. The guy wanted my ID. I whipped her out and showed him. He got a green bottle from the freezing vault. My friend started doing backwards somersault through the cottage cheese. We got a few more bottles and chugged them down. I pulled myself up off the ground. Decided I'd go see my dear sweet wife. She met me at the door with a carving knife. Get them damn grape peels from between your teeth. See, we're going to have a little misunderstanding. I said, "Dear, I better get in touch with you later." She said, "Forget it, man. You're never touching me again." Now I've seen the light and I've heard the word, and I'm staying away from old Thunderbird. The message come from heaven, radiant and fine, and now all I drink is communion wine. 6 days a week. Well, this one, I got an old friend here from Crested Butte, Colorado. Hadn't seen for many, many moons. And I wrote this song outside of Crested Butte up in the mountains. It's called the Buckskin, Stallion Blues. Thanks. And I always say about this song, it's half about a horse and half about a girl. And I still miss the horse. I heard her sing in tongues of silver. I heard her cry on a summer storm. I loved her, but she did not know it, so I don't think about her anymore. Now she's gone and I can't believe it, so I don't think about her anymore. 3 and 4 were 7 only. Where would that leave 1 and 2? If love can be and still be lonely, where does that leave me and you? Time there was and time there will be. Where does that leave me and you? Well, if I had a buckskin stallion, I'd tame him down and ride away. If I had a flying schooner, I'd sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day. Pretty songs and pretty places, places that I've never seen, pretty songs and pretty faces. Tell me what their laughter means. Some look like they'll cry forever. Tell me what their laughter means. If I had a buckskin stallion, I'd tame him down and ride away. If I had a golden galleon, I'd sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day. Thanks, y'all. Here's one. This one's called Marie. I wrote this last time, right before week 4, so I was up and around here last time. Well, I stood in line and left my name. Took about 6 hours or so. Well, the man just grinned like it was all a game. Said they'd let me know. I put in my time till the Pocono line shut down 2 years ago. I was staying at the mission till I met Marie. I can't stay there no more. Well, a fella across town says he's looking for a man, move some old cars around. Maybe me and Marie could find a burned out van, do a little settling down. Oh, and I'm just dreaming, I ain't got no ride, and the junkyard's a pretty good away. Well, the job's about a half week old, besides, be gone now anyway. Unemployment says I got no more checks, showed me to the hall. Oh, my brother died in Georgia some time ago. I got no one left to call. So it wasn't bad below the bridge, a little short on food, that's all. Now I gotta get Marie some kind of coat. We're headed down in the fall. Used to play the mouth harp pretty good, hustle up a little dough. Oh, but I got drunk and I woke up rolled a couple of months ago. Oh, they got my harp and they got my dollar, and low life so-and-so. The harps cost money and I ain't got it. It's my own fault, I suppose. Down, but the Chesapeake's running 2 freights every day. If it's just me, I'd be headed south, but Marie can't catch no train. Oh, she got some pain and she thinks it's a baby, says we gotta wait to see. But in my heart I know it's a little boy, I hope he don't end up like me. Still grinning, said he lost my file. I gotta stand in line again. I wanna kill him, but I just say no. I had enough of that line, my friend. I head back to the bridge, just getting kinda cold. I'm feeling too low down to lie. Or I guess I'll just tell Marie the truth. Hope she don't break down and cry. Didn't wake up this morning, she didn't even try. Well, she just rolled over and went to heaven. My little boy's safe inside. I laid him in the sun where somebody'd find him, caught a Chesapeake on the fly. Every you'll know I'm headed south, gonna meet her by and by. Oh, Marie, you'll know I'm headed south, gonna meet her by and by. Here's one called Tecumseh Valley. This is a kind of old song. It's kind of related to that song. So, it's nice to play, not be ducking beer bottles, But I get in this joint, this joint you can't throw beer, huh? Have to throw the tables or something. The name she gave was Caroline, the daughter of a miner. Well, her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. Well, she come from Spencer, across the hill. She said her pa had sent her, 'cause the cold was low, and soon the snow would turn the skies to winter. Well, she said she'd come to look for work. She was not seeking favors, but for a dime a day and a place to stay. She turned those hands to labor. The times were hard, Lord, and the jobs were few. All through Tecumseh Valley, but she asked around, and a job she found, tending bar for Gypsy Sally. Well, she saved enough to get back home. The spring replaced the winter, but her dreams were denied. Her pa had died. Oh, the word come down from Spencer. Figured out. Well, she turned to whoring out on the streets, with all the lust inside her. There was many a man returned again to lay himself beside her. Well, they found her down beneath the stairs that led to Gypsy Sally's. In her hand when she died was a note that cried, "Fare thee well, Tecumseh Valley." where the name she gave was Caroline, the daughter of a miner, and her ways were free, and it seemed to me the sunshine walked beside her. Thank you, buddy. Thanks, y'all. I'll play a couple of blues songs. We'll play this one first. This is a Lightning Hopkins song that I knew Lightning because we're both from Houston, kind of. After I met him about 14 times, he started kind of to remember my name, so I guess we're friends. Right? And he used to make up words as he went along all the time, so we wouldn't have to remember him, And I saw a lot of those songs, and this is one of the weirder ones called the Shorthaired One Blue. I don't want no woman, man, if it ain't no longer mine. I don't want no woman, man, if it ain't no longer mine. None of my bad luck and trouble, man. Have you buying rats all the time? I took my woman to the hairdresser. This is what the hairdresser said. I can't help your woman's hair, man. Or maybe I can help her head. I told him no. Man, I ain't no longer mine. Bad luck and trouble, man. Have you buying rats all the time? I went to make a swing out with my woman. I took her by the arm. I went to make my swing out and a rat jumped from her head like one from a burning barn. I told her no. No longer mine. None of my bad luck and trouble, man. Have you buying rats all the time? I don't want no woman, man, it ain't no longer mine. No woman, man, if it ain't no longer mine. None of a bad luck and trouble, man. Have you buying rats all the time? Thanks, everybody. Here's one I wrote called Ain't Leaving Your Love, Babe. Yeah, Mr. Gator, he's a sliding down a bow. Mr. Buzzer, he's a gliding through the air. Mr. Turtle, he's a hitting the highway. Man, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, babe. Not for heaven above, babe. I ain't traffic. Well, a poor man got him a Chevrolet. I'm staying right where I am. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, baby. Not for heaven above, baby. I ain't leaving your love. Cleopatra did a dancing down the Nile. Lucky Lindy made it all the way to Gay Perry. I'm staying right here a while. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, baby. Not the heaven above, baby. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, baby. Not the heaven above, baby. I ain't leaving your love. Yeah, Mr. Gator, he's sliding down a bow. Mr. Buzzard, he's gliding through the air. Mr. Turtle, he's hitting the highway. Oh, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, baby. Out the heaven above, baby. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love, baby. Out the heaven above, baby. I ain't leaving your love. I ain't leaving your love. Not for heaven above, baby. I ain't leaving your love. Thanks, everybody. Here's one called Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold. This is about playing 5-card stud. Well, the wicked king of clubs awoke. It was to his queen he turned. His lips were laughing as they spoke. His eyes like bullets burned. The sun's upon a gambling day. His queen smiled low and blissfully. Let's make some wretched fool to pay. And plain it was she did agree. He sent his deuce down into diamond. His poured a heart, this trade a spade. 3 kings with their legions come, and preparations soon were made. They voted Club the day's commander, give him an army face and number. All but the outlaw Jack of Diamonds and the aces in the sky. Seven's first instruction spared me a game of stud. Stakes unscarred by limitation between a man named Gold and a man named Mud. Club filled Gold with greedy vapors till his long green eyes did glow. Mud was left with the sighs and trembles, watching his hard-earned money go. Flushes fell on Gold like water, tens appeared and paired again. But the aces only flew through heaven, and the Diamond Jack called no man friend. The Diamond Queen saw Mud's ordeal, began to think of her long-lost son, fell to her knees with a mother's mercy, prayed to the angels, every one. The Diamond Queen, she prayed and prayed. The Diamond Angel filled Mud's hole. The wicked king of clubs himself fell face down in front of Gold. The 3 kings come to club's command. The angels from the sky did ride. 3 kings up in the streets of Gold, 3 fireballs on the muddy side. The club queen heard her husband's call. Lord, that queen of diamonds joy. When the outlaw in the heavenly hall turned out to be her wandering boy. The Mud he checked and Gold bet all. Mud he raised and Gold did call. The smile just melted off his face when Mud turned over that diamond ace. Here's what this story's told. Feel like Mud, you'll end up gold. You feel like lost, you'll end up found. So amigo, lay them razors down. Thanks, y'all. Oh yeah, anybody want to share a table so the folks standing can sit down? Somebody's car is probably parked illegally anyway, so it's probably ours. I'm going to play a song, Pancho and Lefty, and there's a story that goes with this song about how it was written, and I know for a fact some of y'all heard it from when I was around here last time or before, but it's like a true story, and it's kind of my only story, so, you know, the truth doesn't usually hurt. Anyway, I was in Dallas, and I played Dallas on the same weekend that the Guru Maharaji and Billy Graham played Dallas, right? And I drew about 9 winos in this little joint downtown, and Billy Graham drew something like 500,000 young Christians, and the Guru drew about 250,000 young gurus, and there was no motel room within 40 miles of Dallas, anywhere. So me and this friend I was traveling with named Daniel had to stay about 45 miles out of Dallas in this broken down motel, had no TV, and the Coke machine didn't work, and there was a crack in the swimming pool, and it was like, you know, the maid was long gone 20 years before, you know. And there's nothing to do except drive. We had to drive into Dallas every night. It was like for 3 nights. So I decided, well, this is what you call having time on your hands, right? So I decided, well, I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to write a song, and I'm not going to worry about what to do or anything like that. I'm just going to use this time and write a song, and I did, and it happened to be Pancho and Lefty. And the cool part of the story is that during one of the times driving into Dallas to play, we had a van, and Daniel was driving. And Daniel had real long hair. I had kind of long hair, and Daniel had hair down to his elbows. And he had an expired Georgia driver's license for an ID, right? Excuse me. And I had a record album with my name on it, and a picture of myself, and I figured that in a pinch, you know. And this van we were in was like full of about 2 months worth of garbage, all kinds of whatever felonies, you know, I'm sure. And Daniel's driving in toward Dallas, and we're dodging these hitchhikers, young Christians and gurus all hitchhiking. And, so we're kind of dodging them, and we get stopped by the Dallas cops, great big couple Dallas cops. And one of them gets out and walks up to the van, and I was thinking, man, we got, you know, it's like one of those times you're not doing anything wrong and you don't even have an excuse, you know. I'm like, yeah, but what? Since you're innocent and this is your first offense, I'm going to let you off with a warning, you know. Anyway, this cop comes up to the window, right? He looks down at Daniel, the hippie. And he says, boy, I better see some ID. And Daniel hands him his expired Georgia driver's license, right? And this cop is like looking at it, scowling at it. And Daniel looks up at the cop and he said, excuse me, sir, do you know Jesus? And the cop handed Daniel back his ID and said, you boys be careful. Yes, sir. All right. So I just figured, you know, me and Billy Graham and the Guru kind of co-wrote this. Living on the road, my friend, was gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, her favorite one it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, and sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit, boys. Horse was fast as polished steel. Wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying words. Oh, but that's the way it goes. And all the federales say could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. Well, Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dusty Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, it ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Tell how Pancho fell. Lefty's living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold. So the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, to save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do. Oh, and now he's growing old. And a few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. This song, all the songs I've ever written, this song here is the only one my mother didn't like. I believe it surely will. Go to town and drink my fill early in the morning. Little darling, she's a redhead thing. Man, she makes my legs to sing. Wanna buy a diamond ring early in the morning. Slit her throat just to get her pearls. Cast myself into a whirl before a bunch of swine. It's a long way down the Harlan Road, busted back in a heavy load. Won't get through to save my soul early in the morning. Whiskey be my dying bed, tell me where to lay my head. Now with me is all she said early in the Well, if I had $1 bill. Yes, I believe I surely will. Go to town and drink my fill early in the morning. Well, there's a song I learned off the Elvis movie. Some of y'all probably heard before. Called the Shrimp Song. I think it's really called the Song of the Shrimp. It's like, you know, trying to give a serious name to this song. You know, nailing jello to a tree. I saw 3 shrimp in the water. 2 were old and gray. I swam a little bit closer and I heard the 3rd one say, "Goodbye, Mommy Shrimp. Papa, shake my hand. Here comes a shrimp boat for to take me Louisiana." Well, he showed his mama and papa a shrimp newspaper he'd read with an advertisement which to all the young shrimp said, "Free ride New Orleans, stay in Grand Hotel, meet Creole gal to help you to come out of your shell." Now his poor mama and papa, they ain't heard from him yet. Last time we saw his smiling face is when he jumped into the net. Free ride New Orleans, stay in Grand Hotel, meet Creole gal to help you to come out of your shell. Meet Creole gal to help you to come out of your shell. From a long line, high and low and in between, same as you. Hills of golden, piles of poison, time's thrown me through. And I believe I've come to learn to turn and round, just to become confusion. And the gold's no good for spending, and the poison's hungry waiting. What can you leave behind when you're flying lightning fast and all alone? Only a trace, my friend, spirit of motion born and direction grown. A trace that will not fade in frozen skies. Your journey will be. A shadow don't see much company. Who said it would be? The highway and the homemade loving kind, and the highway's mine. And us ramblers will get the traveling done. You fathers build with stones that stand and shine. Heaven's where you find it you. Oh, but Daddy, don't you listen. It's just a highway talking. That are alive, our brothers in the soil, in the sky. I believe it with my blood, if not my eyes. I don't know why we can't be brothers here. I know we should be. Answers don't seem easy, and I'm wondering if they could be. I come from a long line, high and low and in between, same as you. Hills of golden. Guy Clark calls me the Van Gogh of folk music because I don't have an ear. Is that what he said? When I play this old guy, well, I wrote a kind of a guy song these days. However that works out. Won't say I love you, babe. Won't say I need you, babe, but I'm gonna get you, babe, and I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time. I waste my share of mine, but it never feels too good, so let's don't take too long. Well, you're soft as glass, and I'm a gentle man. We got the sky to talk about and the world to lie upon. Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some, oh, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough, and nothing is too much to bear. Where you've been is good and gone, all you keep is the getting there. Well, to live's to fly, low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. It's goodbye to all my friends, it's time to go again. Think all the poetry and the picking down the line. I miss the system here. The bottom's low and the treble's clear, but it don't pay to think too much on things you leave behind. Well, I may be gone, but it won't be long. I'll be bringing back the melody and the rhythm that I find. We all got holes to fill. Them holes are all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm. Sometimes you dig your own. The choice is yours to make. The time is yours to take. Some dive into the sea. Some toil upon the stone. Well, to live's to fly low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Well, shake the dust off of your wings and the tears out of your eyes. Alone, try to find another. Salvation sat and crossed herself, called the devil partner. Wisdom burned upon a shelf, who'll kill the raging cancer. Steal a river at its mouth, take the water prisoner. Fill the sky with screams and cries, bathe in fiery answer. Son, and love is only concept. Strangers crying foreign tongues and dirty up the doorstep. I for one and you for two ain't got the time for outside. Just keep your injured looks to you. We'll tell the world that we tried. Thanks, everybody. Here's a song. If I figured this out, I wrote this for my wife way before I ever met her. Well, if I had no place to fall and I needed to, could I count on or to lay me down? Well, I'd never tell you no lies. I don't believe it's wise. You got pretty eyes. Won't you spin me round? Much of a lover is true. Well, I'm here, then I'm gone, and I'm forever blue. I'm sure wanting you. The sky's full of silver and gold. Try to hide the sun. Oh, but it can't be done. At least not for long. And if we help each other grow while the light of day miles down our way. Oh, we can't go wrong. But time, she's a fast old train. She's here and she's gone, and she won't come again. Won't you take my hand? Well, if I had no place to fall, and I needed to, could I count on you? Or to lay me down? There's a talking blues song called Talking Karate Blues. Well, I ain't very big for 41. Seems like I never could have any good, clean fun. Every time I go outside, some big old bully'd come along. Hit me in the face and knock me to the ground, start to kicking me all around. That ain't exactly fair, friends. That's wrong. So I got me a paper the other night, and I crawled up on the sofa and I flipped on the light. I turned the pages till I found the classified ads. It said, take karate from Lee Hung Chow. Man, make your first appointment now. This course is guaranteed to make you bad. Well, the next day I drove to the address by the Japanese design. I was real impressed. It looked like a regular house of the rising sun. I walked inside, I was all alone. I had a funny feeling down in my bones. I was kind of sorry I'd ever even come. This giant Jap comes through the door. I swear that mother was 7'4", and he looked like he was prone to easy aggravation. He said, Lee Hung Chow, Aki Dung, that's Japanese for Fee Fi Fo Fum. I tried to explain my entire situation. He said, number one course, Yankee, self-defense, $200.25. I said, what's the 25 cents for? And he said, repairs. I said, repairs to what? And he said, to you. And I thought, oh, man, that'll never do. I felt about a half-inch tall underneath that slanted stare. You think he was yellow? I better go try another place. He said, how so, Yankee, don't like my race? I said, now there's a mistake, man, and that's true. I've been for you Japanese all along. You Japanese can't do no wrong. I thought you got a pretty dirty deal in World War II. Well, he grabbed me by the hand. He gave a heave. That's a pretty good time to leave before he had a chance to do me any definite harm. But my plan worked out in the end, you see. Now no bully's going to pick on me. Who's going to hit a fellow with just one arm? Thanks, everybody. Well, I played a song here. This is it's kind of a brand new song I'm still trying to get through. Well, Billy went down to the battleground, find a little trinket could call his own. I better sing it. I won't be able to make it if I try to talk. Well, Billy went down to the battleground, find a little trinket he could call his own. Oh, he didn't see nothing just lying around. He decided he'd dig a while. For up he dug it up and he dug it down. Before too long he found some bones. Poor little Billy couldn't make a sound when the bones sat up and smiled. Well, Billy, you seem like a fine young man, no reason to be a trembling so. Come over here and shake my hand, make my glad acquaintance. Oh, Billy, he was stunned, he could barely stand. Whether he could move, he didn't know. But he knew he'd better figulate some kind of plan and try to bone man's patience. First thing he wanted to do was leave. I'll make it. First thing he wanted to do was breathe, so he gulped him some of that battleground air. Next thing he wanted to do was leave, but Billy wasn't raised up rude. Then Billy decided, oh, what the hell, might a little bit skinny, but you never can tell. Oh, sorry, you guys, I gotta work on that. Thank you. Well, what happens? I'll try to play it again. The second set, I'll I'll play out. Y'all stick around. I'll play it again. It all works out good. It works out good in the end after much more trouble than necessary. Well, the old lady finally caught me sneaking around her cave. Her hair looked just like barbed wire, boys, and her smile just like the grave. She asked me, could I stay a while? I said, no, I believe I better go. Well, she slid her arm around my neck. She sweetly whispered no. Well, it's cold and dark and lonely here. Soon enough you'll see. I'm oh so glad you stumbled in. I've been craving company. I told her I could not stay too long, you know. I'd left some friends at home. She said, don't you fret about your friends. Down here we're all alone. What about my mother? I can't just leave her there to mourn. You don't have to think about her. Just forget you were ever born. But I'll disappoint my father. You know, he worked so hard for me. Well, if you have to pay your father back, just send him some misery. I'll miss, I said, a girl I know. I can't just leave her there to pine. Oh, she's still got plenty of men to go. I'm sure she'll do just fine. Well, what about my little boy? She said, he's just like you. Just let a few short years roll by. He'll end up down here too. Began to glow. She placed her hand on mine. She smiled and said, don't worry, you'll get used to me in time. As her cold tongue flickered toward my throat, I spun myself around. I made a dive for the passageway, but the walls come tumbling down. Eyes were the only light my fevered brain could see. I tore myself away from them and I fell down to my knees. I wanted too much, I've come too far. I beseech the gods of men. But fame and fortune just laughed at me in silence once again. Whisper down within, embrace the God of love. I lifted my face and through the tears I saw light fall from above. I hurled myself into the wall, I ripped and clawed my way through the stinking, clinging loam back to the light of day. crawled out into the wind again, the sky upon my face. I heard the earth sigh patiently as it slid back into place. So now I'm back among the ones I love, and I'm loved by them in turn. It's only on the darkest night that green-eyed memory burns. So walk, my friends, in the light of day. Don't go sneaking around no holes. It just might be something down there wants to gobble up your soul. Thank you, brother. Thanks, brother. Let's see. Do a couple more here. Take a break. I guess it'll be about 20 minutes, and then I'll be back up and play some more songs. What was it? Oh, thanks. I was just curious. It's kind of, if you're offered something out of the dark, right? It's like battery acid, right? There's just this guy's real drunk. He stumbles out of a bar and he bumps right into a giant cop. The cop looks down at him and says, "Buddy, what are you doing?" The guy says, "Officer, I sure am glad I found you." And the cop says, "Oh, great." He says, "What do you want?" The guy says, "Officer, somebody stole my car." And the guy says, "Well, where was your car?" He says, "It was right on the end of this key." And the cop says, "Well, look, why don't you get in the back of my car? We'll go downtown. The nice people will help you find your car, okay?" I said, "Yes, sir, officer, that's what I want to do, thanks." Starts to get in and into the cop car, and the cop stops him and he says, "Hey, buddy, before we go downtown, you think maybe you ought to zip up your fly?" The guy was standing. He says, "Man, they got my girl, too." This one is called Rex's Blues. Ride the blue wind high and free. She'll leave you down through misery. Leave you low come time to go. Alone and low as low can be. Well, if I had a nickel, I'd find a game. If I won $1, I'd make it rain. If it rained an ocean, I'd drink it dry. Lay me down dissatisfied. Lost legs to walk and thoughts to fly. Eyes to laugh and lips to cry, a restless tongue to classify, all born to grow and grown to die. Tell my baby I said so long. Tell my mother I did no wrong. Tell my brother to watch his own. Tell my friends to mourn me none. All chained upon the face of time, feeling full of foolish rhyme. There ain't no dark till something shines. I'm bound to leave this dark behind. She'll lead you down through misery. Leave you low come time to go. Alone and low as low can be. Thanks, everybody. That's good. Thank you. Go ahead and play this one. This here's called Don't Take It Too Bad. We got, in case you don't know, I got some tapes and records and stuff for sale, and Guy and I played shows together a lot, and a guy up in Massachusetts made those Guy Clark and T-Towns Van Zandt shirts. We got a few of those, I think. I promise I'll give Guy half the money, Tom. Don't you take it too bad if you're feeling unloving. Well, if you're feeling unfeeling, if you're feeling alone, won't you take it too bad? 'Cause it ain't you to blame, babe. Or some kind of game made out all of this living that we got left to do. Oh, and if you go searching for rhyme or for reason, well, you won't have the time that it takes just for talking about the places you've been, babe, about the faces you've seen, babe, oh, and how soft the time flies past your window at night. Just can't have that girl. It's a hard, lonesome, cold world, and a man needs a woman or to stand by his side and whisper sweet words in his ears about daydreams, roses and playthings, and the sweetness of springtime, and the sound of the rain. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, everybody. That was a real pleasure. I'll be back in about 20 minutes.